Alright, what's up guys? Today I wanted to do a list of my top 10 places to travel to in 2023. This list is in no specific order, and it's obviously all my own opinion and take on things as well. So let's just jump right into it with number 1, the country of Dominica. And no, this is not the Dominican Republic. This is a country in the Eastern Caribbean, south of Guadalupe, and north of Martinique. It's considered to be an adventure seeker's paradise with 9 active volcanoes, black sand beaches, plenty of rainforests, and it's also home of the second largest boiling lake in the world. You can also whale watch here, which is pretty cool. And another fun fact is that Pirates of the Caribbean was filmed here as well. I also put this on the list because it's becoming more easily accessible. You can fly to Dominica from Miami and also from San Juan, Puerto Rico. Alright, so next on the list we have the country of Rwanda. Rwanda is a country that is landlocked in the middle of Africa. The capital city is Kigali, and this country and city have come a long way since the genocide in the 1990s. It's now regarded as one of the greenest, cleanest, and safest countries in Africa. It's also known as the land of 1,000 hills, and it's one of the only places in the world where you can see mountain gorillas in the wild. Alright, number 3 on the list, we have the city of Seoul, South Korea. So Seoul is the capital of South Korea. It is this giant metropolis. It's one of the most densely populated cities in the world. It's considered to be a tech hub. It's home of the world's largest indoor theme park and home to many UNESCO World Heritage Sites as well. And honestly, the food looks amazing, and everyone I've ever met from South Korea seems super friendly and nice and respectful, and seems like an amazing place to go and just this really cool big city. So next on the list, we have 2 cities. We have Pereira and Bucaramanga, Colombia. So a lot of people are probably surprised that I didn't put Medellin on this list. It is one of my favorite cities in the world, but I feel like Medellin has kind of already been discovered. It definitely is an up-and-coming spot, but people know about it now. So I wanted to find some places in Colombia that were kind of under the radar and more up-and-coming. So Pereira is one of the capital cities of the coffee axis. It has plenty of open green spaces, great coffee obviously, and is very close to the Cocora Valley, which is this beautiful valley with these very unique, skinny, tall palm trees. So Colombia is the second most biodiverse country in the world, and honestly the people here are just very warm and welcoming and very proud to show you their country. As far as Bucaramanga goes, it's another hotspot with expats and another up-and-coming city in Colombia. It is known as the City of Parks, and it's also a hub of adventure sports as well. Next up we have Bhutan. The country of Bhutan is located between India and Tibet in the Himalayas. It's a very small country. It's actually the only carbon negative country in the world, and tourism there is highly regulated. You have to go with a tour group, have an itinerary, have a tour guide, and in Bhutan they actually measure the GNH, which is the gross national happiness, and it's considered to be one of the happiest countries in the world. Also, if you're an aviation fan like me, to get to Bhutan you have to fly into the Paro airport, which is considered to be one of the most dangerous and challenging approaches and airports in the world. So next up on the list we have Georgia. No, this is not the state. This is the country of Georgia in Eastern Europe or Western Asia, depending on how you look at it. It has these amazing mountains and amazing scenery. It's also another extremely biodiverse country with subtropical, alpine, and semi-desert climates. It's considered to be the birthplace of winemaking. It has many World UNESCO heritage sites, the world's deepest known cave. It is also an up-and-coming hotspot for skiing, especially heli-skiing. Alright, next up on the list we have Isfahan, Iran. So Isfahan is the 3rd largest city in Iran, and it's really known for its architecture. It has many beautiful mosques, squares, and bridges. Another thing it's known for is its silverware, copperwork, woodwork, and pottery. And I've heard many times from multiple sources that Iran is just very underrated. The food looks amazing. You do need a visa as an American to go to Iran, and you have to be on a tour with a tour guide and have an itinerary as well. Next up we have Manaus in Brazil. So Manaus is the capital of the Amazonas state, and it is considered to be the gateway to the Amazon. It can only be accessed by plane or boat, And one of the reasons why I put this on the list is that you can now directly fly to Manaus from Fort Lauderdale and Miami, making it a little more easily accessible than having to fly through Panama or another city in Brazil. A couple of cool things to do in Manaus is the Teatro Amazonas, which is this Renaissance-style opera house in the center of town. Also, I'm probably going to butcher this pronunciation, but they have the Encontro das Aguas. It's where the Rio Negro joins the Rio Solomos to form the Amazon, and you'll see pictures of it, and it's like this dark brown muddy water that's joining this jet black water, and they don't really fully join for a while, so you can clearly see the boundary between the two waters, and it's pretty cool. Next on the list we have Uruguay and Argentina. So the reason why I put this on the list is my friends down at Fearless Journeys are taking a group trip there at the end of March and early April. So if you've ever wanted to go to Uruguay or Argentina, now would be a great time to go. Fearless Journeys kind of does an entrepreneurial and innovation take on their trips, and they have a couple different options for this one, so you can go, the beginning, middle, or end of the trip, or the whole trip if you desire. So I will put the link to their website in the description below. That's Fearless Journeys, and they're headed down there in March and April of 2023. So last but not least on the list is the city of Luanda in Angola. So Luanda is a city on the coast of the country of Angola in Africa. It is a giant sprawling metropolis, and it has all the big city amenities that you would find in any other big city. It's considered to be relatively safe compared to other places in Africa. It also has a really nice harbor you can walk along, and the St. Michael Fortress as well. A little bit south of the city is world-class surfing and beaches, and some amazing nature and wildlife as well. So two interesting things I learned about Angola is that Portuguese is the official language, so maybe brush up on your Portuguese, head down to Manaus, and then head over to Luanda in Angola. Another thing is that it's a very expensive city, so if you're traveling on a budget, this might not be the right place for you. Yeah, so that concludes my list of the top 10 places to travel in 2023. Hopefully that gave you some inspiration, and hopefully you guys can travel to some of these places next year. Thanks for watching.